Mastering AWS Infrastructure with Pulumi, a step-by-step guide to scalable cloud management. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Introduction to Pulumi, revolutionizing AWS infrastructure management with code. Pulumi is an innovative infrastructure as code (IAC) tool that transforms how developers and operations teams manage cloud resources. Unlike traditional IAC tools like Terraform, which use domain-specific languages, DSLs, Pulumi leverages familiar programming languages such as TypeScript, Python, and Go. This flexibility allows developers to use their existing skills to define, deploy, and manage infrastructure, making Pulumi a powerful choice for AWS infrastructure management. Why choose Pulumi for AWS infrastructure management? Pulumi stands out in the crowded IAC landscape for several reasons. Language flexibility. Pulumi supports multiple programming languages, allowing you to use the language you're most comfortable with. Real-time feedback. With Pulumi, you can preview changes before applying them, reducing the risk of errors. Multi-cloud support. Pulumi allows you to manage AWS and other cloud providers like Azure, Google Cloud, and Kubernetes from a single codebase. Modern development practices. Pulumi integrates seamlessly with C/CD pipelines, testing frameworks, and other DevOps tools, promoting modern development practices. These features make Pulumi a versatile and powerful tool for building scalable, resilient, and maintainable AWS infrastructure. Prerequisites for getting started with Pulumi. Before diving into Pulumi, ensure you have the following: AWS account. You'll need an active AWS account to provision resources. Pulumi account. Sign up for a Pulumi account to manage your projects and stacks. Programming knowledge. Familiarity with programming languages supported by Pulumi, such as TypeScript, Python, or Go. AWS CLI. Install the AWS command line interface, CLI, and configure it with your AWS credentials. Node.js and NPM. If you're using TypeScript or JavaScript, ensure Node.js and NPM are installed. Step-by-step guide to building scalable AWS infrastructure with Pulumi. Now that you're set up, let's walk through building scalable AWS infrastructure with Pulumi. Installation and configuration, setting up your environment for Pulumi. Install Pulumi. Use the package manager for your OS to install Pulumi. For Mac OS, you can use Homebrew. Brew install Pulumi. Log into Pulumi. Authenticate with your Pulumi account. Pulumi login. Install AWS CLI. If you haven't already, install the AWS CLI. Brew install OSCLI. Configure it with your AWS credentials. AWS configure. Initializing your project, creating your first Pulumi project with AWS. Create a new Pulumi project. Initialize a new Pulumi project. Pulumi new AWS TypeScript. Follow the prompts to set up your project. Project structure. Your project will include files like pulumi.yaml, project metadata, and index.ts, where you'll define your infrastructure. Defining AWS resources, writing code to provision AWS resources. Define an S3 bucket. Open index.ts and add the following code to create an S3 bucket. Import as AWS from @pulumi/AWS. Const bucket equals new AWS.S3.bucket mybucket. ACC, AC, private, private. Semicolon. Add more resources. You can define additional AWS resources like EC2 instances, RDS databases, or VPCs within the same file. Deploying infrastructure, bringing your infrastructure to life with Pulumi. Preview changes. Before deploying, preview the changes. Pulumi preview. Deploy your infrastructure. Deploy the infrastructure with the following command. Pulumi up. Pulumi will create the resources you need in your AWS account. Resource destruction, safely removing resources when no longer needed. Destroy resources. When you no longer need the infrastructure, you can safely destroy it. Pulumi destroy. This command ensures that all resources are removed from your AWS account. Expanding your knowledge with Pulumi, beyond basic infrastructure management. Pulumi is for more than just essential infrastructure management. You can use it to manage complex cloud environments, automate infrastructure provisioning, and integrate with C/CD pipelines. Here's how you can expand your Pulumi expertise. Use stacks. Manage different environments, for example, dev, staging, production, using Pulumi stacks. Configuration management. Utilize Pulumi's configuration options to manage sensitive data and environment-specific settings. Service integrations. Integrate Pulumi with other services like AWS Lambda, Fargate, or RDS for a full-fledged cloud solution. Exploring additional features, stacks, configuration management, and service integrations. Pulumi's advanced features provide a robust foundation for managing and scaling your AWS infrastructure. Stacks. Use stacks to isolate environments and manage resources across different stages of development. Configuration management. Pulumi's configuration system allows you to manage secrets, environment variables, and more, ensuring consistent and secure deployments. Service integrations. Pulumi's integration capabilities extend to other AWS services, enabling you to easily create complex, multi-service applications. Continuing your learning journey, tips for advancing your Pulumi skills. To master Pulumi, consider the following tips. Explore the Pulumi documentation. The official Pulumi documentation is a rich resource for learning more about the tool. Join the Pulumi community. Engage with the Pulumi community through forums, GitHub, or Slack for support and collaboration. Experiment with different languages. Try building projects with different programming languages to see how Pulumi's multi-language support can benefit your workflow. Integrate with C/CD. Set up a C/CD pipeline with Pulumi to automate your deployments and streamline your development process. Conclusion. Pulumi is a game changer for AWS infrastructure management, offering a modern, flexible, and powerful approach to IAC. Whether just getting started or looking to deepen your skills, Pulumi provides the tools and capabilities to build and manage scalable cloud infrastructure efficiently. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.